Principles of Organic Agriculture. According to the International Federation of Organic Agriculture Movements, IFOAM, organic agriculture is based on 4 principles. 1. Principle of health. Healthy soil, plants, animals and humans equal a healthy planet. 2. Principle of ecology. Emulating and sustaining natural systems. 3. Principle of fairness, equity, respect and justice for all living things. 4. Principle of care, for future generations. Here are the key differences between organic and non-organic agriculture. Natural fertilizers. Conventional farming uses artificial chemical fertilizers, which make plants grow quickly, but can also acidify soils, destroy soil biology, and pollute waterways with high nutrient runoff. Organic growers focus on building healthy soils and microbial life, using natural soil conditioners and fertilizers such as compost, animal manures, green manures and cover crops. Minimal pesticides and fungicides. Organic growers reduce pest and disease problems by building healthy soil and plants that are naturally resistant to threats. Also, by encouraging beneficial insects and birds that will help control pests. If intervention is needed, exclusion nets and least toxic natural sprays are used. Organic farmers must set aside at least 5% of their land for biodiversity. No harmful herbicides. Organic growers also avoid using synthetic herbicides, many of which have been shown to be harmful to human and animal health, and the environment. Instead, organic growers prevent weeds growing in the first place with barriers such as mulch, ground covers or weed mats. Rather than spraying, they manage weeds with hand tools, machinery or foraging animals. High standards of animal welfare. Organically raised animals are genuinely free-range, with guaranteed access to organic pasture. They cannot routinely be given antibiotics or chemical wormers. Instead, parasites are managed by resting paddocks and rotating animals around the property to break the worms' breeding cycles. No to GMO. No GM crops, feed or ingredients are allowed. Standards for more than 30 years. Some aspects of organic farming, such as beef production, are among the fastest growing and profitable parts of Australian agriculture. The main limitation on more growth is supply, not demand. Another positive for organic farming is its ability to sequester carbon, removing it from the atmosphere and trapping it in soil. As solutions to our climate problems are more urgently sought, organic and regenerative farming will be high on the agenda. What is organics, anyway? Organic agriculture is about growing food and producing other products without the use of synthetic pesticides or fertilizers, or the routine use of antibiotics or growth hormones. But it's about much more than that, says Mark Gower, General Manager of Organic Certifying Organisation the National Association for Sustainable Agriculture Australia, NASAA. Certified organic foods are grown using a production system that sustains the health of soils, ecosystems and people, Gower says. It relies on ecological processes, biodiversity and cycles adapted to local conditions. With an emphasis on increasing the long-term health of soils and the environment, organic farming promotes the sustainable use of land and water, uses renewable resources as much as possible, and aims to increase biodiversity, as well as respecting the rights of all the animals and humans in the food production chain. But how do you know if a farmer is adhering to all these fine ideals and stringent rules? That's where organic certification comes in. What is certification? Australia has 6 government-accredited certifiers. They ensure that producers are certified to the National Standard for Organic and Biodynamic Produce, the standard, or in some cases to the certifier's own criteria, which is at least as stringent as the standard. The standard is basically a rulebook. It tells producers what is and isn't allowed, from how many chickens they can stock per hectare, to what fertilizers they are allowed to use. Producers must have an organic management plan and keep detailed records of everything they do to get produce from paddock to plate. They are audited regularly to ensure they are doing the right thing. Certification provides a guarantee for the consumer, says Nikki Ford, General Manager of the industry body, Australian Organic. Products that display a certification mark go through a rigorous auditing process to verify that all ingredients, farming methods or production methods have come from a legitimate source, have had no synthetic agents used and organic processes have been used, she says. If it doesn't display a certification mark, there is no assurance of the food quality or process used. Any business can use the word organic. So look for a logo from one of the 6 certifiers, or one of the numerous overseas certifiers, to be certain what you are buying is the real deal. Why is organic food so expensive? The price premium charged for organic products is falling, thanks to increased scale and more competition, says the 2018 Organic Market Report. But organic food does still tend to cost more than conventional food, due to a variety of reasons, from simple supply and demand economics to the fact that organic producers are often small operations. There can also be extra costs involved in organic production, such as paying for labor to manage weeds, buying organic feed for animals, and providing humane conditions for livestock. Many shoppers complain that organic food costs too much. One problem is we've become so used to bargain basement supermarket food prices that put a lot of strain on farmers. And the price tags don't show the hidden costs of conventional agriculture, such loss of biodiversity and less nutrient-rich foods.